Okay, ladies and gentlemen, members of the press, thank you for taking part in this press conference. I'm Mr. Color365. I'll be taking any questions about the event and any NXW related subjects. So let's start off with the first question. Yes, sir, you there, at the back there. In my mind, I think it was a very successful pay-per-view. We were on a tight schedule due to the fact that WWE 2K17 is just around the corner, so we had to rush things just a little bit, but we weren't going to sacrifice quality in both the production and matches to meet the deadline. I'm kind of proud of what we did here. The Liverpool crowd were fantastic, a great venue altogether. Just go to show that the British wrestling fans are the best fans in the world. So that's my thoughts. I thought it was a very entertaining pay-per-view. Although we did have a few hiccups here and there, especially for my broadcast colleague, which I won't go into too much detail. But he has been receiving the best medical treatment so far, so we'll try and get an update from him as soon as possible. But as of right now, we are looking forward to the next pay-per-view, which will come soon in early 2017, maybe, but who knows? Only time will tell. So at the moment, 2K17, here we come. Okay, let's answer another question. You, madam, on the right. I had a feeling someone might ask this question, so here's my answer. So, after the NXW 6-man tag team warfare match between Game Grumps and the Grand Tour, our NXW general manager Jeremy Clarkson caught wind of Bad News Bullet verbally trashing him behind his back, and he didn't take it too kindly, so he decided to get a little bit of a payback on Bad News Bullet by sending me in to rough him up a little bit and put him through a table. And just for the record, I would like to point out that I have nothing against Bad News Bullet, both professionally and personally. I think he's a good friend and a great athlete. However, I do question his methods at times, especially when he came to the conclusion that we at NXW were treating his ex-VCW roster members unfairly and decided to file a lawsuit against us, which, just for the record as well, is complete bullshit. We treat everyone fairly here at NXW, and thankfully the High Court agrees with us and decided to dismiss this attempted lawsuit by Bad News Bullet, saying that it will be a huge waste of time on the court. And you know, if Bad News Bullet wants to, take it up with management, and he's feel free to do so, but if I was him, I would be careful of what he says next time. If he follows the same route as Chaos, then he could end up, being a forgotten memory in the history of core wrestling, as well as NXW. So my advice to Bad News Bullet is to keep your mouth shut and just, go with the flow. Okay, with that question out of the way, let's answer another one. Gentleman at the far left, go ahead. Yes, I can confirm that CAW as a promotion is set to make a return. However, I cannot confirm a official date to when CAW will be making its return. As for involvement, I will be 50-50 partners when it comes to general manager duties. The other 50% will be Demonic Burger, since it's his promotion after all. I'll be making some of the matches and he will be making the other half of the matches when it comes to the card. as well as other decision making as well. In terms of NXW's involvement, not too sure whether the world champion Tom Doyle will be making a return to that promotion, even though he is a former 8-time world champion and the first ever CAW Hall of Famer. So it's difficult to tell whether he will be making a return to that promotion, because he's fought and beaten the best that CAW has to offer. He's had a lot of great rivalries, a lot of great matches. So it'll be interesting to see what Doyle will decide in the near future, whether he'll be returning to CAW or not. Remains to be seen, so stay tuned for any word from the NXW World Champion. I think that's it for this question. Let's move on. You, sir, at the front. Go ahead. Well, what I can confirm is that contract negotiations are still ongoing. So, at the moment, here are the list of names that have been officially confirmed to be part of the 2017 season of NXW. Tom Doyle, Sean Hitch, Ruby Rebel, Christina Bloodrose, Jessica Bishop, Majestic, Tyson Cage, Travis Storm, Straight Edge Hero, Disciples of Darkness, McGregor Brothers, Ravy Ray, Sonya Titan, and Justin Sane. Now, those are the names officially confirmed so far, although hopefully we will be able to confirm some more names as the days go by. So hopefully this 2017 season will be jam-packed and be more exciting than last season. So all fingers crossed for some old faces returning, and not to mention some new faces joining NXW. So fingers crossed. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Madam near the front here, go ahead. Well, technically you asked 2 questions there, but since you got great tits, I'll let you go. Basically, the NXW website is a place where the NXW fans can check out past results from past pay-per-views, check out some of the wrestlers' theme music if they wanted to, provided by Spotify. Check out any news on upcoming events or anything that's happened backstage, as well as announcements from myself or any source confirming dates and whatnot for live stream events happening. And yeah, I'm pretty looking forward to seeing the release of this website, which shouldn't be too long, although I don't officially have a confirmed date yet, but hopefully, fingers crossed, the website itself will be not long till it's released. So moving on to the next question, let's go with you, madam, over there. When it comes to the performance of the Straight Edge Revolution in X3CW, in my mind, only one word can sum it up, and that is dominant. I mean, when you think about it, with Tom Doyle as the All-Star Champion and Ruby Rebel as the NXT Women's Champion, it's only going to be a matter of time before all members of the Straight Edge Revolution win all titles in X3CW. And despite a little conspiracy placed against Tom Doyle to make him lose the All-Star Championship, despite what Bad News Bullet says, I think, no conspiracy in this world can stop Doyle. I mean, sure, he has lost a few non-title matches here and there, but when it comes down to it, Doyle's determination is his key factor when it comes to winning matches. And as you saw in that triple threat match against Chaos and The Miz, his determination gave him the win. And when it comes to Ruby Rebel, well, she is the most dominant female in that promotion's division. So it's only going to be a matter of time before she unifies the XVCW Women's Championship and the NXT Women's Championship together. So you're pretty much looking at the future of women's wrestling right there. And when it comes to Straight Edge Revolution as a group, you're also pretty much looking at the most dominant group in core wrestling history. I mean, Main Event Mafia, forget about it. D-Generation X, forget about it. You know, the Ministry of Darkness, fuck that. Anyway, all I'm going to say is that they will continue to dominate XVCW, and they will be continuing their ways until either, you know, they close down or go bust or they get bored. So that's all I've got to say, and I hope their performance stays strong. But if things don't quite go their way, then, you know, my accusations of a conspiracy will become even more truer. Although if Bad News Bullet is listening to this, then he'll book my people fairly, like I have done his people fairly. So hopefully we'll be able to continue our business relationship in the near future. So let's see, I've only got enough time for probably 2 more questions. Let's see. Sir in the middle on the far right, go ahead. Well, what you can expect in the next season of NXW is some new faces, some old faces, quality matchups, great rivalries, including the rivalry between the NXW World Champion Tom Doyle and the former Internet Champion Sam Breaker. So you can bet your bottom pound or dollar that is going to be a great matchup when it happens. And yeah, so that's basically it. I mean, I don't want to give away too much detail, but like I said before, you can expect all that stuff, but stay tuned to NXW to find out more information on what you can expect. And we hope that the promotion and the channel itself will grow stronger and stronger within each month. And yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. I've only got one more time for one more question, folks. I'm really sorry, but I have got a lot of work to do, so please forgive me. And let's see, let's go with the second to last row in the middle. Madam over there, yes, go ahead. Yes, you will be seeing live stream pay-per-views in the near future, including NXW Nitro, which will be moved up to the 2017 season of NXW, and you will be seeing the advertised matches so far of NXW Nitro, including the Last Woman Standing match between Ruby Rebel and Ellie, and the tag team main event including Delzinski and Doyle taking on Bad News Bullet and Smack Talks. Those are the matches so far confirmed for the live stream pay-per-view. We'll still announce some more matches as they come along, but until now it is just those 2 matches. So yeah, that is all I've got to say. So I would just like to thank all of you for turning up for this press conference. I just also like to thank our NXW roster for putting on a great show. I also like to say a special thanks to Demonic Burger, Bad News Bullet, Lockdown and his brother Lockstar, and SSX Thomas for their continued support, and most importantly the NXW fans themselves. Without them we couldn't have achieved what we've achieved here today. So a big thank you to all my fans, and I would like to say once again thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you at the next NXW event. So until now, I shall see you later. Bye bye everyone.